Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 Surviving Luton. We're in 4th place now. Let's see how that happened. When you were last with us, we ended up beating Mansfield in the Carabao Cup. We then beat Bournemouth 2-0 before losing pretty handily to AC Milan. It was pretty embarrassing. We were probably ahead for maybe like 20 minutes, but then they just put the hurts to us. And then we ended up losing, unfortunately, by an own goal by Will Hughes, who's still being himself up about it, but we did lose when we were away, so I mean, Liverpool is a top 2 team anyways, so I don't hate him for that. But then we end up bouncing back immediately and beat Leicester 2-0. Almeida and Baz are scoring pretty nice goals, and then we shocked the world when we end up beating Real Madrid. Granted, Junior was sent off in the 14th minute, and Curtis and Pedrola managed to score some pretty nice goals. But still, XG wise, they're still pretty close to us, and they could have easily got 1 or 2 goals on us, but we ended up beating them at home, and now we end up facing Leeds, who is currently in 15th place. Let's see if we can manage to get a result and get the good times rolling. And this is our squad for the Leeds match. We have Caprill in goal, Val, Kirodia, Holding, and Gector as our D. We have Hughes and Wharton as our mid. Then we have Stanis, Almeida, and Anthony as our wingers. And then we have Bazdar starting up front. We were going to do Gelhardt, but we decided Bazdar kind of needs the exposure a little bit more. And he's been on a decent run so far, whereas Gelhardt kind of hasn't really shown himself yet. We are playing against Leeds, who just come off a win. They've lost 2, won 2, and tied 1. And we've won 3 and lost 2. So, I mean, betting people, if you end up betting for either team to win, that's probably the most likely scenario here. One of us is going to win, and the other one's going to have to deal with it. But surprisingly, we end up putting Almeida in as attacking mid this game, just because he is a little bit more tired than everyone else, and he definitely won't be playing the cup game. So a Chevrolet will probably end up playing for our next game that we end up having. But as long as we can at least draw here, we should be in good shape. But Leeds are doing much better than what was expected. I would have thought they would be clawing their way out of relegation, and they're currently in 15th. But I mean, I feel as though they have a chance to cause us trouble, mainly because we are in Leeds. We're not, and we're doing terrible passes like that. But mainly because we are in Leeds, we are playing away, and we've just had so many games in such a small time frame that there's a very good chance that they could definitely upset us here. But all we have to do is maintain composure. Possession battle, we are definitely not winning right now. And it looks like they can just have their way with us if they really want to. So hopefully we can manage to at least tie at this point, because it doesn't look too favorable as of right now. But at least we got the interception. Gector getting the interception there. He can play anywhere. He can play left, right, and center back is his main role there. So we're just hoping that he can develop into something good. Anthony getting a shot, but blocked for a corner here. Man U up 1-0 against Brentford, and they haven't been playing that well as of late. They end up getting the result against us, but I mean, they haven't done too well throughout the whole Prem. They're currently towards the bottom, actually. Let's look at the league table. Yeah, they're currently in the middle, actually. They were more at the bottom before they went up 1-0 against Brentford. Brentford currently fighting for relegation battle, and we're at the top with in the 4th place position. But Fulham surprisingly up there as well, and Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man U are more of a mid-table presence, which is kind of shocking. I mean, they did very well last season, so for them to kind of fall apart, and then Man City finally recovers, and Brighton's now in 2nd. I thought the Liverpool was, but that's kind of shocking. Looks like Arsenal's beating Wolves now, and I mean, Burnley actually surprisingly beat Man City too. So looks like we're at least ahead in XG though, even though we're not really threatening them that much. But Almeida and Astanis definitely have to come off. I can't believe I missed that. We're gonna take them off now. Let's put Nipin up here, and then we'll put a Chevry. We might end up putting Nipin back in in the mid-roll after. I was hoping for a pen there, but looks like Hughes is going to get a shot. He ends up releasing it. Meslier ends up managing to get in front of it. But yeah, Hughes might have to sub off, so when we end up putting a Chevry in, we'll probably end up moving Nipin back. As long as we don't concede. I did mention in the last episode that we were probably going to try and move our defensive midfielders to midfielders. And there definitely is a possibility. Oh my god, almost conceding there. Capriel managing to do Capriel things. Only Rhea is a 6.7 this game, so he hasn't really been tested too much. But Harrison does have a chance to cause us problems here. Getting the block in was instrumental, and Wharton getting the clearance there also is huge. All we need to do is believe. Foul to Marshall. Bazdar getting the shot, but not putting it in. It gets ricocheted away from the goaltender. Our fans here in the corner just wanting that goal. I don't know what that was, but it's a very aggressive kick out. And now Man U are tied with Brentford. That is insane. At around 60th minute, we're probably going to sub off Hughes, though. And probably Bazdar. So we'll do it around now. We still will have one sub at the end of this, but we're going to put Knipe in here. We're going to put in a Chevry here. And then Bazdar is going to probably come off for Gelhart. And we'll probably leave him at that. But we're going to demand more soon as well. Then the next sub might be Anthony. And we might end up moving a Chevry. Oh, I guess it's going to be this one then. Malanka's going to come on instead. I was going to sub out Anthony for Azun, but it feels like he's probably going to start next match instead. I mean, XG, it just looks like it's going to be a tie this game. As the highlights start to fast forward, Man U now up 2-1. And let's just not concede here, guys. Let's just show our composure. Oh my god. Almost putting it in. It's going to be a goal kick. I thought it hit off someone. But apparently it didn't. That is just terrible. I don't like Anthony that much. I said it before, and we end up conceding. Oh my god. And we're just waiting to see whether or not it's an offside or not. It looked onside to me. And we are down 1-0. We end up conceding. That is a terrible kick out. And then Anthony just kind of watching that. Everyone just watching it play. So it looks like we're going to be down 1-0. We're going to demand. We're demanding more. We're going to go very attacking here. And actually, higher tempo. This will be a very upsetting loss if we end up not coming back from this. We were ahead in terms of XG the whole game except for now, but one mistake ends up costing us. And I mean, it's just so many fixtures in such a short time frame that's bound to happen. Hardwood Bellis now coming on just to kind of rub it in. And we pass it back to the goalie for whatever reason. Let's see if we can claw it back. Anthony just losing it again. And it looks like now apparently he's hurt. Slowly getting back to his feet. That's the only thing I'm paying attention to. And it looks like we're going to run down the right or the left here. I don't know what that was. Oh my god. Okay, so we end up getting a corner here, but it probably won't matter. Oh my god, that's just terrible attacking there. Nipin now with it. And it looks like that's going to be all she wrote. I don't see us getting this back. No one's going to shoot, though. And that was just terrible. So it looks like we're going to lose this. Hardwood Bellis ends up getting subbed on just to rub our noses in it. But we end up losing the first game of this against Leeds, and they're just wasting time now. Everyone's super tired, so... But we didn't really play that well, so I can't really... Yeah, I don't think I can say anything other than that one. We end up losing this one. It brings us down, or stays at. We're at fourth now, I guess. So we're staying at fourth, and Leeds now get shot up to the table at 12th. So, I mean, we didn't do very well. We were expected to draw this one, but we should have probably come away with the victory at some point. But now we're going to end up facing Stoke, and let's hopefully get past this round of the Carabao Cup. And for the Stoke game, this is the squad that we decided. We have Capril in goal, Val, Kirodia, Malanka, and Curtis as our D, Hughes and Solis as our defensive mid. We have Nipin, Chevry, and Bazar as our attacking mids there. And then we have Gelhart up front. Gelhart hasn't been doing too well as of recent, but we're hoping that changes. And we might end up making some adjustments. I kind of want Ernst in goal, but we'll probably save that for another time. Might as well just take the victory when you can. And stranger things had happened. We could easily make this team look a lot better than what they are. I don't think Stoke's form has been great as of recent, and I mean ours is kind of hard to miss. We did just lose a game that we should have probably won last game, which is why we just don't want to take anything for granted. We want to get back onto the winning streak here, and I mean we also want to see kind of how good our depth is, but Chevry's been better than he was last game, but he's going to get the nod instead of Almeida. And found out that Nipin and Kirodia are both wonder kids, and we just extended Kirodia. He just passed his work permit. So Solis now with an opportunity, and he just puts it over. Darlow, who used to play for Newcastle, I think. I don't think he's very good, so all we have to do is put it on target, and I'm pretty confident that we should be able to get a result here. That should be a straightforward game. I don't think there should be anything surprisingly about it. We are currently dominating possession, but I mean, possession's only so much. We do want to see Street come in at some point, so he's probably going to come in for Vale. Vale looks like he's already somewhat tired, so he's probably going to come on for him as well. Don't know where our supporter section is, but I'm guessing it's in the top right corner there. We'll know it firsthand if we end up getting a goal in the first half, which I don't see why we shouldn't, unless we continue to play like that. So we end up getting the ball here. It looks like it's probably going to advance to the next one. Let's take a look at the latest scores, though. See who's winning. It looks like Cardiff's winning, and it looks like it's a draw for everyone else. But 20 minutes in, and a couple highlights already. Gelhart, you just gotta shoot, man. Bazar ends up getting the opportunity there, and goalkeeper ends up putting it wide. But 20 minutes in, we should be able to get a result. Let's get a goal very early on. Oh my god, he just clears that off the line, it looked like. But the highlight's not over, and Nipin ends up scoring, but is it offside? Doesn't look like anyone's contesting it. He looked onside to me, but that was still brilliant from their goalie. Chevry with the amazing vision there, just putting it through and seeing what happens. Nipin just having to tap it in. A Man City goal if I've ever seen one. And Nipin ends up scoring. Great thing for the Wonder Kid, and good chemistry with the Chevry. So maybe Nipin can play attacking mid left. Malanka now getting the header. He wants in on it as well. He ends up scoring, and we are up 2-0. Couldn't have picked a better game plan than this. Don't typically score on corners, but Malanka ended up going close to goal side there and scoring. We're up 2-0. And another corner. Oh my god, is Malanka got to score again? And no, he doesn't. Gelhart now back to Bazart. Gelhart better shoot. Gets blocked. 2 blocks in a row. And I don't know what's happening. Probably going to fast forward from the highlights though, but that was the opportunity there. 2 block shots in a row. Another corner. Stoke just love to give us corners, and it's all within like a couple minutes. Curtis now getting in on the action, running in front of our supporters section and cheering off. I don't know why Malanka didn't do that, but Curtis is definitely now a fan favorite for sure. Great corner by Basdar, and an even better header by Curtis. I told you, all you need to do is put it on target, and it's probably going to go in on Darlow. I don't think he's a first choice keeper for anyone. Another corner. Now Hughes getting to take it. Let's see if he gets an assist. Malanka now almost putting it in again. And now Bazar's going to get the shot at the other side. Oh my god, if we put in another one, I swear. Gelhardt, oh my god. I don't know how his dribbling is so bad. Next highlight's going to be a corner again. Just watch. Oh, a corner on their side, though. Singh ends up slotting in, and we end up tearing it away. Looks like they have it. They're going to get a good opportunity here, I'm pretty sure. And oh my god, Capriel ends up tipping it wide. But it looks like they're still in this. They're at least fighting for pride, but I feel as though 3-0 at this point. It's probably decided pretty easy. Campbell with the shot there, but gets turned away. And they have another corner. They just want to add up the tallies of all corners. But I don't think it's going to matter. Curtis ended up hitting it wide. And I mean, XG 1.25, so they're not even projecting us to score as many goals as what we are. But everyone looks like they're playing pretty well. Vale is definitely going to come off at halftime, and we're going to put in Street. Just to get a closer eye at how well he's doing in his development. I think he's only a 1-star currently, so I don't even think he's might be League 1 or 2 standard at the moment. But I mean, we did just improve our facilities as well. We're improving. We improved our youth one first, but I mean, it looks like eventually our players are definitely going to be better than what we're going to get in the transfer market at the young age. Capriel blocking this one again. Looks like we're just trying to let them back into it, but he's at a 7.5, so he's actually had to make several attempts here. And it looks like our team's just very confident in just holding that 3-0 lead here, but I mean, I'm not happy with just a 3-0 lead. I definitely want them to push more in the second half. All we have to do is survive this first half onslaught, and I feel as though it should be fine. That looks offside to me. But they don't call it. And it's still their highlight, too. Elisa Chevry ends up coming back and claims it. Knipin with the header. Oh my god, Gelhardt almost got it. 42 minutes in. Almost at halftime. It feels like a long half, though. But even despite all that, their XG is only 0.35. We're currently at least one ahead of them. So let's keep it up, and we'll sub him off just after halftime. Yeah, Vale's still good, so we're probably gonna sub him at around like 55, I'd say. We're gonna keep this team going just because of the onslaught that we did have to overcome at the half. And it looks like they're just going at all cylinders here. Not able to make anything from it, but or at least yet. But they're definitely showing that they're no slouch. They almost scored a goal that we did there. Capriel managing to stop it though. And again, it's another highlight for Stoke. So they do not want to lose this game. Capriel managing to block it away. My god. So let's tell everyone to focus because yeah, we gotta stop this for sure. Hughes heading it away when he could probably have just ran with it. But everyone's upset now. My god. No more team talks. So Vale's going to come off. We're going to watch Street. Feels like O'Neill should probably come off. And we're going to take off Hughes. Doyle also could come on as well. He is 24. Let's take off Basder. I do want to see how Azun plays. Let's put in Azun. Chevry's going to slot out wide. We'll make these 3 subs and then we'll see what ends up happening after. But it looks like everyone's finally not as pissed off. But we are definitely seeing Kirodia and Curtis tired. So we might have to put in probably Kabore as well. But Street with a nice pass. That's pretty good. He also can play mid as well. Gelhardt just can't catch a break. Just blocked everything. Every shot that he's had has been blocked that I've seen this whole season. Chevry almost getting contact with that, but can't quite do it. Yeah, we're going to take off Kabore. I think that's going to be the next one. I'm going to put Kabore in, and then we're going to leave the last one so far. I mean, there's no one really that I want to see, but we'll kind of leave it towards the 75th minute. Or we can just let most of these players play. Wouldn't mind seeing Gelhardt with an opportunity again, so come on, Gelhardt, please give it to Gelhardt. Is it Gelhardt? Azun shooting it, Azun scoring his goal. It's first of the season. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't let Gelhardt shoot that. Guess he doesn't have much self-confidence, but Azun, I'm going to remember that for when he's on next. If we ever have to go to pens, he's definitely going to be one of the guys that shoots it, because that was an amazing pen. Okay, we're going to make the other sub here. Looks like Kabori is not happy. Kiroti is going to come off. Let's put in Basso. We'll put Basso in instead. Kind of give him a little bit of a run here. But Gelhardt just not catching a break. He could have probably scored there and got off the mark, but for whatever reason this season he's just not producing. But everyone else is. So this is kind of what the story of the season's been, for sure. But I'm hoping he can turn it around because I do like Gelhardt. We are one of his favorite personnels. So we would love for him to shake this off for sure. I don't want to send him on loan. I don't want to sell him either. But he has a decent value. Azun not doing very well in open play though. And it looks like we have to track back. And he just lets Singh pass him. Almost with a shot there. Kabori throws himself at it and blocks it wide. Another corner. It's probably like 10 corners in this game. Easy. Probably for each team at this point. Stoke almost getting an opportunity there. Looks like 10 for us, and I haven't quite seen how many for them yet. Singh looks good. If I might want to look into him and see if he's how good he is, because he's a name that just keeps popping up. They've had 9, so 10-9. So we're even winning the corner battle. Fouls, they have 10, and only 1 card. That is shocking. So far, I haven't seen anything bad in Street, so we like that. Just pass it to Gelhardt. Please. Gelhardt finally scoring. I'm hoping it's not offside this time. Red hot. Finally. Great pass, though. I thought for sure he's going to be offside again. Solace also having good vision here. Passing to Chevry, to Gelhardt, and one-timing it. Darlow does get a piece of it, but finally Gelhardt is off the mark there. They're gonna review it, but I think he timed it perfectly. And beats his man, one-times it. Finally, Gelhardt gets his goal, and he broke his goal drought. He hasn't produced as of recent. And all we have to do is just keep the clean sheet, because I feel bad if Capriel doesn't get the clean sheet here. I feel really bad. Just no pen either. And that's all she wrote. We're on to the next round. And it'll be interesting to see who else ends up advancing as well. Good effort, but we should have won this one no matter what. And it looks like Brighton's up, and Cardiff and Barnsley. So it'll be pretty interesting to see who we get matched up with next. But we'll come back for probably the Dynamo game here. We'll play all these ones, then we'll come back for the Dynamo and probably the next Carabao Cup quarterfinal. So hopefully you guys watched, or you end up enjoying this episode. Leave a like at the bottom, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you everyone for watching. Until next time.